Welcome to the Elk Grove Unified School District Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Nashira and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/elk-grove. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, La Sierra University.
Hi, everybody. My name is Chelsea. I'm from La Sierra University, and I'm just going to share a little bit about our school today. So let me grab my PowerPoint. Let's see. Perfect. So we are located in Riverside, California. We have about 2,300 students at our university. So we are a pretty small private Christian school. So what that means for you is that you're going to have a lot of one-on-one experiences. So our class sizes, they're about 20 to 40 students. They're all taught by professors. They're all taught by experts in their field. So you're really able to get to know the material and the people that are teaching your classes. We have over 60 programs that you can choose from, and no matter what you choose, we're able to work with you one-on-one in our advising center. So our advisors work with you to help you plan every quarter of every year to make sure that you can graduate in 4 years. That's an advantage that you have. If you want to graduate in 4 years, then we can help you do that because there aren't really wait lists for our classes. Our programs, none of our majors are impacted, so you can start with whatever major that you're interested in. We do have a very close relationship with Loma Linda University, a medical school in Loma Linda, California. That's our sister school. We actually used to be one university, now we're two. So if you're interested in the medical field, that's a really good place to start. And I'll talk about that a little more in a minute. So our most popular majors that we have, the first one, like I mentioned, is our pre-professional because of our relationship with Loma Linda University. We offer priority admission to our students who want to attend Loma Linda University for any of our pre-professional programs. So that could be pre-med, pre-nursing, pre-dentistry, pre-physical therapy, occupational therapy, anything medically related. They're on our campus once a month working with our students to make sure that you have all of the prerequisites for medical school. So that's something nice that we're able to offer and to work with our students one-on-one. The second most popular program is our School of Business. We have 10 different majors you can choose from in our School of Business. And our School of Business is actually world recognized as one of the most beautiful schools of business in the world. So that's a nice perk to have. We're also very hands-on. We bring in businesses from all over the country to work with our students so we can make sure that you have jobs before you graduate from the university. We want to make sure that no matter what major you choose, we're getting you a job and you're able to start going out and doing what you enjoy in your field after you graduate or even before. After those two majors, the next most popular ones are our psychology and neuroscience department, our film and television department, and health and exercise science programs. Because of sports medicine, that's a very popular program. So those are our most popular. But like I mentioned, we have over 60 programs to choose from. So pretty much anything that you're interested in, we can help you. We have a bunch of different resources that we offer on our campus. We have a career center where we work with students to see if you're not sure what major you want to choose, helping to match you with the program that you're interested in, looking for jobs and internships while you're in school or after you graduate. So we're working with you to make sure that you're able to find a job, like I mentioned. Student financial services, working with you on financial aid. As a recruiter, I work with students one-on-one to help them get a good financial estimate and be able to afford our education. Since we're a private school, we do have a lot of scholarships that we offer. We have the library open to our students, the writing center, a gym that includes a rock wall, our health and counseling services, campus housing. We have on-campus housing. We have apartments off campus. We have a lot of things going on our campus every single day. And so we want to get you plugged in to get to know people. Since we are a smaller school, you're really able to get to know everybody at our university if you want to. We also have sports that we offer for our students as well. So a lot of times people ask about tuition and financial aid because that's a very important factor in making your decision. Luckily, we're able to offer a good amount of scholarships. So first, we want to encourage you to always apply for federal and state aid. But besides that, we do have institutional scholarships that we offer our students. 100% of students who are interested in our university can receive scholarships. So no matter what, you're going to get some money, whether you're an incoming freshman, a transfer student, a graduate student, we have money for everybody. The average amount of money that we offer per student is about $18,000 in institutional money on top of federal and state aid. So we do offer a wide variety of scholarships to our students. All of our scholarships are automatic. So you're not going to have to apply for any of our scholarships. You'll just get them once you apply to our school. So about the average amount that people pay per year is between $3,000 and $5,000 per year. So for private school, we are pretty affordable. Finally, how to apply. Our application process is extremely simple. So we have an online application on our website, which is lasierra.edu/apply. You can go to our website and fill out an application. It's totally free. It's very simple. You're just going to be putting in your general personal information and submit your application there online. Once you submit your application there online, we're going to need a copy of your official or unofficial transcripts from your high school or any college credit classes that you've taken. Once we get those, we can review your application and we can accept you. So we don't require the SAT or ACT for our students. We don't require an essay. And like I said, it's completely free to apply to our school. So it's a very easy process. And we hope that you guys will be able to complete our application. Once you do, I'll be able to send you a financial estimate so you can get an idea of how much it will cost to attend La Sierra. And I'll also be able to answer any questions that you may have about our school. So that is it. Thank you guys so much. And the next presenter can go ahead.
Perfect. We'll now have Fresno Pacific University.
Thank you so much. My name is Emma Heinrichs, and I am an admission counselor at Fresno Pacific University. I'm just going to be sharing with you all a little bit about Fresno Pacific, and just pulling up my slideshow here. All right. Thanks so much, everyone. So Fresno Pacific University, I'm just going to be talking to you a little bit about that. Fresno Pacific is located in the heart of the California Central Valley in Fresno. So we are located right in the center of the state. We are actually the 5th largest city in California. So we do have a lot of opportunities for not only connection within our campus, but throughout the Fresno community. We enjoy 300 days of sunshine, and we're close to 3 national parks. So we are, close by to a lot of things that students can enjoy about the Fresno area. There's the things I like about Fresno are just that there's a lot of opportunities for community building within the Fresno area itself, as well as on our campus. Fresno Pacific is a private Christian university. We are founded on Christian values and beliefs. However, we do not require our students to be Christian in order to attend Fresno Pacific. There's no chapel requirement or statement of faith that is required for our students to sign. We do have about an 1,100 total traditional undergraduate student population. So we are a small university for our traditional undergraduate population, but within that 1,100 students, we do offer over 100 areas of study to our students. So we have 39 majors and 40 minors. So there's a lot of different opportunities to find a subject that you might find interesting, or a degree that will help prepare you for a future career. For many of our incoming students, they have an idea that a private Christian university will mean a lot of students that all look the same way, or maybe all come from a similar background, but we are actually a very diverse campus. We do have about 54% of our student body population identifies as Latinx, and we are actually what's known as a Hispanic serving institution. So that's something that we're very proud of, and proud to be able to serve the student community of the California Central Valley. We are also a university that really values affordability for our education. Over 98% of our students receive some type of financial aid. So whether that is a Pell or Cal grant that a student might be eligible for, we accept those, and many of our students qualify for those grants. We also do have a wide variety of scholarships available for students. All incoming students are considered for an academic scholarship at the time of the application. So whether you're an incoming freshman student, or if you're coming in later on as a transfer, all students are eligible for consideration for scholarships there. And those scholarships can range from $5,000 per year up to, with a combination of other financial aid, a full ride at Fresno Pacific. So we do really want students to be able to afford Fresno Pacific as they're coming to our university. This is a list of our distinctive majors here at Fresno Pacific. So distinctive meaning that these are some of our majors that students specifically come to Fresno Pacific to pursue. Our nursing major is our newest major, and something that we're really excited to be able to offer to our students. Our nursing major is our only major that requires a separate application process to apply to. So all of our other majors, if you are admitted to Fresno Pacific, you are admitted to the program of your choice, except for nursing. Nursing does require some specific coursework and some specific testing as well. So our nursing program is a 2+2 program, meaning that you would be completing 2 years of general ed and prerequisite coursework, and then 2 years of clinical cohort nursing experience, in which you would actually be working at some of our local hospitals to gain firsthand experience of nursing. You'd finish with your bachelor's degree, science in nursing, and you'd be eligible to become a RN, registered nurse. Our liberal arts education program is also one that is very popular with our students. Many students come to Fresno Pacific specifically to become teachers. So we have many students who come to pursue their bachelor's degree in liberal arts and stay at Fresno Pacific to complete their teaching credential. So we are very proud of our reputation for students who come to Fresno Pacific and become great teachers in local schools and all across the state. We also have our software engineering program, which is one that we it's newer to us as well, and we're really excited to be able to offer. Software engineering is unique in that by the time you finish your bachelor's degree in software engineering, you will also have completed not only an internship in your field, but also a portfolio of your work within software engineering. So you're able to take that with you for future employers. There's a list of our top 5 majors: psychology, kinesiology, business. communications, and pre-health. Those are our most popular majors. And we are also a university that offers a 4-year graduation guarantee. So that is another way that we are able to make Fresno Pacific affordable and accessible to students who are looking to pursue their degree in a timely manner. So with that, I'm going to be listing my contact information and a way to get in contact with us here in the chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll now have California Baptist University.
Awesome. Let me go ahead and share my screen first and foremost. Awesome. Let's see. Perfect. All righty. My name is Emily Thomas. I am the admissions counselor for California Baptist University that oversees the Sacramento area. So for those of you that haven't been to campus, we are located in Riverside, California. So we're about 60 miles from LA, about 45 minutes away from Disneyland, an hour away from the beach, a little bit more inland. But for those of you guys that want more of a perspective of the campus, right now we have a little over 11,000 students. And so this does include our online graduate and our on-campus students. But for those that are pursuing that 4-year bachelor's degree, that current number sits at 6,054 students. So a fun fact about us is that since 2006, we have grown over 200% with our student population, making us one of the fastest growing colleges in the US. So super exciting. Even though we are growing, students are still getting the care and support as they would at a private Christian university, but also the benefits of a large, thriving D1 university as well. So super exciting stuff that is happening at CBU. A lot of the growth has affected our buildings and all of the things that come with that. So new parking structure, new event center. So we're making sure that we are remaining student-centric and accommodating the students' needs with the growth of our university. Another important thing to note is that we are not impacted in any of our majors. So students are able to efficiently able to graduate within the 4 years as well. And then we are WASC accredited, just like other Cal States and UCs, which basically just is this high standard of educational quality and rigor. So that is just kind of the broader view of CBU as far as the student population. And then diving in a little bit more into the classroom setting. Currently, our student to faculty ratio is 14:1. So you're going to know your professors, you're going to know your peers, you're going to have that opportunity. And then with our faculty, 82% of them have the highest degree within their field. So you are going to know your peers, you are going to know your professors, and they are going to equip you with the knowledge and skills to take you whatever direction you do want to go to in your career path. And then thirdly, we are unapologetically a Christian university. So that is in our name through and through. So faith is going to be integrated into the classroom setting and throughout campus as well. You do not have to be a believer to belong at CBU. However, all of our staff and faculty, myself, all of us sign a statement of faith, but we will meet you where you're at. But just know that is going to be integrated as well. Even though we don't require our students to be followers of Christ, every single student is required to take 9 units, which is equivalent to 3 classes in their 4 years of Christian studies courses that you get to choose from, along with 15 chapels per semester. So that's going to be roughly around once a week. And then that is going to be a number of different speakers that we bring on campus, and that is led by student worship as well. So we do want our students to get involved in the local church if that's something that you want to pursue. This is a little bit different, but this is going to be a requirement, even though we don't require our students to be followers of Christ. Now, we have a wide breadth of majors. This is something that we are super excited about. We have 80 majors, 150 major, minors, and concentrations. So regardless of you knowing what you want to do now, or you're still deciding, that is A-okay. I switched my major halfway through my experience and I graduated with a completely different major I thought I ever would. But just know, even if you come in undecided, we will have something for you. Our larger majors are going to be engineering, nursing, business, kinesiology, and psychology. But we have some niche programs that you'll probably not find at any other schools in the West Coast. So we have aviation, architecture, interior design. So if you're interested in any of those majors, just know we have that here as well. But we are always assessing the job industry to see where we need to alter and change our programs for fit as far as job career goes. So we're always monitoring that to make sure that aligns with the workforce and all of that out there in the career as well. Now, we want to make sure that you are staying connected with other students. So just know there's going to be opportunities to do outdoor adventures, to do, intramural sports, to work out at our recreation center, to be a part of clubs and events. We have 200 international students on campus. So we are making sure that we are getting you acclimated to what's going on, not only in the US, but also globally as well. And we are a globally minded institution. So we want to make sure that students have the resources and opportunity for growth in these areas. And then spiritual life. So you don't have to be able to believe it or belong at CBU, but just know there are resources and opportunities outside of the classrooms for you if that's something that you're interested in. So Bible studies, local outreach, mission trips. Every summer, we send about 300 staff, faculty, and students overseas every year. So that is something that we are really excited about. And we want you to know that there's an opportunity for you to do that as well. You can live on campus or you could commute if you're closer in the area. I know you guys are from Elk Grove area, so I know it is going to be a farther commute, but just know we are number 4 best college dorms in California, according to niche.com. So come check out our campus, come visit. I highly encourage it as well. We want to make sure you have a great experience, not just only in the classroom, but socially too. And then we are holding true to this. We are still number 2 best college food in California. So we have 10 different dining options for you as a student. When I was a freshman, there was only 3. So that truly does reflect the growth of our campus, our students, and just know you'll be taken care of in the food department as well if you are on campus a lot as well. And then shifting gears to athletics, we are fully in the NCAA Division I in all of our 21 different sports teams. I was not an athlete in any shape, way, or form, but the games were still exciting. I made sure I did my homework before I went to the games to get everything done. So they're engaging, they're fun, and it's very participatory as well. If you're not even an athlete, it's still really fun. So those are just some things to do around campus, on campus as well. And then leading me to academic merit-based scholarships. So for those that are, junior, senior, even sophomore or freshman, this is really important to note that having just a 2.95 qualifies you for an academic scholarship starting at $8,000, and that goes up to $14,500. So when you are a senior and you're going through the application process, if accepted and qualify with this GPA, that would automatically guarantee you a scholarship as well. So that's something we want to encourage you to do. And then our applications are open for seniors. It has been open for a couple of weeks now. Our application will be free for a couple more days, but we do have rolling admissions. So apply when needed, and we are not on the Common App. You'll want to go to calbaptist.edu/apply. There is an admissions essay, information requirement. We'll need your transcripts at some point to make a decision. And then SATs and ACT scores. We are actually test blind for fall 22 and fall 23. So you won't need that for acceptance purposes or scholarship purposes, but that's a little bit about the application process and about CBU. So if you have questions, let me know.
All right, thank you. Now we'll have Azusa Pacific University.
And share my screen right now. So my name is Nicolette, and I'm actually a senior admissions intern at Azusa Pacific University. So just a little bit about us. Sorry. Okay, so our school was actually founded in 1899, and we've moved and merged a couple different times to get to where we're at in the Azusa area of California. But one thing that has stayed true that whole time, no matter how many changes we've gone through, is our motto, which is really simple: God first. And that has been something that we try to exemplify both in the classroom, outside the classroom, in our social life and everything, aspects like that. Our 4 cornerstones at APU are Christ, scholarship, service, and community. And we really implement that not just as something that we say, but we implement it in what we do, and we definitely practice it. So we do have a chapel requirement at APU, and it's just for our students to be able to connect. And similarly, we don't require our students to have that declaration of faith. but all of our professors, staff, and faculty will have that. And so we are located, the red star here is Azusa, and we also have 7 different locations that you can attend. However, the Azusa location is the only one that you can come and get your 4-year undergrad. Those other ones are mostly for graduate schools and professional programs. But what I really enjoy about this is that you can come into APU as an undergrad and still plan to finish all the way up to your doctorate, because we just have so many programs of those to offer. So a little bit of numbers. We have a total of 9,006 students, which just breaks down to about 4,000 undergrad and 5,000 graduate students. And our average class size is 19 students, which I've really appreciated my whole time at being at APU. My largest class that I've ever been was only 25 students. And currently I'm in classes that are a lot smaller than that, about like 5 or 6, some of them are 10. So I really enjoy getting to have that personal connection with my professors as well as my peers. And we also have a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So your professors are always easily accessible. You never have to chase them down or anything. And then this last one here, we have 17 NCAA Division II sports. So if you're interested in playing sports, we have those. We also offer intramural sports and club sports. So if you're athletic and into that, we have something for you. And then these are all of our majors. So we have a couple different schools on campus. What I'd like to point out is our nursing program and our honors college. So our honors college, you can come in and get a double major in honors humanity, and most commonly, and another major of your choice. So it's most commonly been paired with nursing. So honors college and nursing are the two that are most popular. We are also an R2 doctoral university. So we just really highlight research. However, research is not driven in the way that classes are taught. So our professors still teach to you, but they're often always doing research in the background as well. And we're also ranked #1 first-year experience according to US News. So whether you're a first-time freshman or transfer student, we really embody that first-year experience for you and want you to have a great time when you're transitioning. And we are also top 25 universities according to alumni. So not only do our current students really enjoy APU, but alumni also rave about it. And then we are #1 in nursing in California and top 10 in the United States. So if you're interested in pursuing nursing, APU is definitely a great place to go for that. We have classes, the general education as well as our cohorts, and a lot of our new nursing students do get sent out into clinicals within their first year. So they're not waiting, they get to really get that hands-on experience right from the get-go. And so for our application, it's pretty simple. It's just apu.edu/apply. And you're required to have a 2.5 GPA weighted. There's a personal statement, which is about a paragraph. And the ACT and SAT are optional. And we also have no application fee. There's additional requirements for the nursing majors as well as our performing arts majors. However, that's just the basis application. And then this number should be 100%. The percent is a little bit at the bottom. That just says that 100% of our students receive some sort of financial aid. So we offer these different academic scholarships based off of the GPA that you're bringing into APU. So as little as $11,000 and all the way up to $22,000. And I'd also like to highlight the trustee scholarship, which is a full tuition ride to APU, and it's offered for first-time freshmen. You have to have a minimum GPA of 3.9 and demonstrate some sort of involvement in your school or community-related activities. And this is one that has a firm deadline of November 15th, whereas if you weren't interested in getting a full tuition to APU, you can apply anytime as we have a rolling application. And then we also offer additional scholarships. So it's really easy for all of our students to get some sort of money. And of course, there's the FAFSA that gives you free federal student aid. So I'll go ahead and just skip through this part. But these are our fall 2022 application deadlines. So again, November 15th for the trustees application and our nursing application, as well as that's early action. So it's non-binding, but if you just wanted to find out If you've been accepted into APU, you can apply by November 15th, and we'll let you know within 2 weeks. And then we also have our regular application, which is February 15th, and there's no decision needed on your end until May 1st, which is that National Decision Day, where all colleges want your deposit for it. And that's all from me.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We'll now have CSU Fresno.
All right. Welcome, everybody. My name is Rich Partita. I'm a recruitment counselor here at Fresno State. If you want additional information, you can go ahead to the QR code on the right. That will give you right to our recruitment website. You can kind of find out some additional information, tours. Maybe you need some evaluations or Cal State Apply assistance. We're there for you. If you want a personal appointment with me, you just hit the QR code on the left. Okay. Okay. So, like Fresno Pacific, we're located in the Central Valley. Okay, so our backyard is the parks, national parks, Yosemite, Sequoia, and Kings Canyon. We're the 5th most populated city in California, and one of the richest agricultural valleys on the planet. All right. So this kind of the numbers, how big our campus actually is, and the different how many bachelor's degrees and master's degrees we do offer at Fresno State. Okay, you can kind of see that. Okay. About our campus, you see the demographics as far as who attends Fresno State. All right, and some notable alumni that actually went to Fresno State that are graduates. Okay, so right now the big one is Derek Carr, obviously, plays for the Los Angeles Raiders, and Paul George, who plays the Los Angeles Clippers. Okay. Okay. All right, and then we have some number ones. We're the first university in the United States to offer a victimology option in criminology. We're the first commercial winery on a university campus in the world, okay, and the first university in the US to offer a geomatics engineering bachelor's degree. Okay, so some pride points that we do have. You know, the biggest one is 90% of our students, applicants got admitted for the fall 2021. And you know, we got the largest football stadium in the CSU right now. Save-Mart Center is the largest indoor arena on a college campus. And again, a lot of little pride points that we do have. All right, student life. Okay, so again, we have over 300 clubs and organizations, 40 fraternities and sororities. Okay, and leadership and social justice programs that we do have here at Fresno State. Okay, so there's a lot of things to do here. All right, we are a Division I sports program in the Mountain West. You've probably seen us on TV here recently with our football team's success. Hopefully, it keeps going. So it's you know, it's kind of a nice vibe when you have a 35,000 at a football game and students sections sold out. So that's very exciting and a lot of energy at Fresno State right now. All right, so here's our top 5 majors. We have plenty more actually, but these are the top 5 this past fall 2021. Okay, so a number of different, I'll go through this. Okay, all right, financial aid and scholarships. We give out over 250 million in financial aid and scholarships awarded. Okay, 75% of our students receive a fee waiver, grant, and scholarships. So you'll see our tuition there. If you divide that by 2, okay, that is going to be the tuition per semester. Okay, and we also have a Bulldog retention grant offers assistance to near graduate students who experience financial aid shortfall. So if you're senior year and you just need a little extra money, we help students out with that as well so they can graduate. Okay. All right. Okay. So student application, student aid opens up October 1st. Okay. So our DREAM applications, DACA, okay, all those will open up October 1st. And again, Fresno State is an impacted campus. All right. So here's some of the admission standards that we do have at Fresno State. Again, we admitted 98% of our applicants for fall last go round. Okay. So again, It's your A through G, okay? And then there is no SAT required or ACT required, no test scores, all right? So again, we have many different programs, okay? And again, we have some deadlines that will come up, and we'll have some webinars throughout the semester who applied, and we'll kind of go through all the different deadlines that we do have. Okay. All right. So again, it's that's transfer students, and then we probably don't have transfer students here. Okay. All right. Again, there. All right. So we have 8 academic colleges and schools. Okay, 70 majors, 44 masters, and 3 doctorate programs. Okay. So we have the Jordan College of Agriculture, Science, and Technology. Okay. So we have one of the largest on-campus farms in the nation. Okay. So we have like viticulture, we have animal science, food science, ag business. We do have at Fresno State. Okay. And the school is the College of Arts and Humanities. Okay. So we have the largest marching band. Okay. And other schools have marching bands, but we're the only one that has all students. A lot of other universities have alumni that participate. Ours are all students. Okay. All right. Okay. Craig School of Business. Okay. So the Craig School of Business is actually named after Jenny Craig's husband. Okay. Sid Craig. All right. And so we have a lot of 13 options under business. So we have if you want to be an agent, if you want to be an entrepreneur, management, we have all those degrees at Fresno State as well. Okay. Again, we have the Health and Human Service. Two of our biggest programs are pretty much is nursing and physical therapy. Okay, so physical therapy program is number 1. Okay. All right. We have liberal. The Kremen School of Education and Human Development. Our featured major is liberal studies. Okay, so we prepare students. So our programs, our teaching programs, are away from the CSET. Okay, so we do have that waiver at Fresno State. And the Laos College of Engineering. And we have 6 accredited engineering programs, construction management. We also have a new program here, architectural studies. All right. 7, the College of Math and Science. All right. And the College of Social Science. Okay. So again, we have many resources, some success centers, things that are coming up here where you can go to Fresno State. And again, if you need additional information, the QR code is right there. There's our phone number, and I thank you all for attending tonight. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. So I would love for everyone to join me back on screen. If you could turn your cameras on for a very quick Q&A. We'll start with La Sierra University. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I would say if you're going through the college search process, to do your research, because there's a lot of schools out there. So make sure that you take a look at the specific categories that you're interested in. If you want a specific type of school, make sure you narrow the search down that way, because there's a lot of things out there and you're not always going to know what they offer. So make sure they have your major, make sure they're affordable. Just make sure they have all the things that you need. Location can come into play a lot, because sometimes you'll notice that every school has the same program, but location really does make a difference. So I would say take a look at that. And then finally, make sure that you're going to be getting financial aid. If you don't have to take loans, don't take loans. Try to be able to afford it based on scholarships if you can, and try to get the most amount of scholarships you can from the universities that you're looking at.
All right. So Fresno Pacific University, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
Yeah, one thing I would love for students to remember about Fresno Pacific is that we are the only accredited private Christian university in the Central Valley. And we pride ourselves on that status, as well as priding ourselves on being able to be an affordable option for all students coming from different types of backgrounds.
Thank you. California Baptist University, what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process?
Yeah, I think one myth I would like to debunk is just how quickly you can hear back from a college university when you apply. I think sometimes you as a student will think, okay, every student or every school will hear back in spring. For us, that's not necessarily true. We actually start making decisions in October, and you hear probably quickly about 2-3 weeks from that point. So not every school follows those guidelines of hearing back in spring, but sometimes it could be a quicker return as far as hearing back with the decision.
Thank you. Azusa Pacific University, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Yeah, so I just did that a couple years ago. So what was really helpful for me was definitely just looking at all of my options and seeing what worked best with what I was looking for and what I wanted to do. Also, just looking at locations, and if you can visit the campus, definitely visit the campus. That's what made me choose APU, was just the openness and the welcoming feeling that I felt. And you'll definitely get that at whatever school is probably right for you. But if you don't, that's okay. But at least seeing the campus allows you to see what student life is going to be like. You know, if you see a bunch of students stressed out, I wouldn't want to go in an atmosphere that's really stressed out. So I loved seeing the relaxed feelings of people at APU, and also just talking to people. If you go and visit campuses, students would love to talk to you about their experience and how they're feeling. But also don't be afraid to ask questions. I was a first gen student, so I didn't know anything really coming into the college process. So asking questions of teachers or other people who were doing it as well was something that was really helpful for me.
Awesome. And in Fresno State, if I can use that name, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
If you want everything, you know, the clubs, the sororities, the fraternities, the football, all the adventure. If you want something authentic, something then you can feel, then Fresno State's where you want to come. With the diversity and everything, you know, with the concerts right next door at a Save Mart Center. Again, it's a lively place. It's fun. You will see yourself here at Fresno State. You can go online and see pictures and you will see yourself. So that's one thing I will say about Fresno State. I'm a graduate from Fresno State. My daughters are graduate from Fresno State. My wife, I can go down the list. And so Fresno State has been very, very good to us. And it's a great institution. And it's very easy for me to recruit for Fresno State. Thank you very much.
And thank you. I want to thank all of you for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. And we encourage you to check back at the schedule to sign up for more sessions. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all the other session recordings at strivescan.com/elk-grove. Thank you. Have a great one.